I know. I think I finished watching that actually to myself.
Yeah, we was in the building, man. I'm not a big fan of Falcon fans.
Right.
Falcons, so that's why I could never be a Falcons. I can never root for the Falcons, even though I live in Atlanta.
I'm about to say, yeah, we surrounded by all that. I ain't gonna lie.
Can't do it, man.
It's hard being an Eagles fan out here too, because I
Oh
ain't.
yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a lot of Panthers fans in Atlanta though. Surprisingly, but we low key because I mean we essentially the same type of team. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Nah, yeah, you're right. You're right.
There ain't too much I can, except when we get a win. That's it. What's happening with you, bro?
Not much. Just today's video, we're gonna be going over a lot of things that's cooking up in Colorado that I found out undercover and also found out today that transpired. So, if you want to introduce yourself, more viewers are going to start to join in a second.
All right, dope, man. This is a dope platform, by the way, man.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you having me on, man. I know you came on our the Use Your Words podcast, our live stream Monday that we do on Facebook. Appreciate you coming on and helping me with our little sports segment that we do.
Oh yeah, no problem.
But yeah, man, Mighty Moolah, man. That's my IG handle, Jam Moo on Facebook. Here in Atlanta, I've had a sports show before, Three in the Paint, Three in the Paint radio show where we were on here in Atlanta, Georgia, and through iHeartRadio as well on the Real 1100. So that was from 2018 to 2020, and then COVID and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we started up a new show, the Use Your Words podcast, and it's on YouTube. We also do a live stream, which we actually going to be starting on YouTube, doing the live stream from our YouTube account. But right now, it's still on Facebook every Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, man, just putting in the work, man. We got a few potential backers. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get us a little more little more eyes on us or whatever, man. And just in the work, bro. I'm a dad. Dad of two beautiful girls, man. That's my world. So it's all about my fatherhood and livelihood. So the livelihood part, man, putting in work on that end too, of course. So yeah, bro. And you damn, man. So you like a nephew.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, literally, you won't.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Nah, I'm playing with you.
I don't know. Yeah, I do be doing old stuff though.
Nah, he only about 20 years old. I'm kidding. I'm playing.
Yeah, man. But yeah, appreciate you coming on and having me on, man. This is dope, man. So I'll get into it.
All right. First and foremost, we have Khalil Benson, who I just found out ended up going back home to Indiana. I wasn't expecting him to leave Colorado. I thought he was going to thug it out probably for just one more year, but he ended up going back home. I'm pretty sure that he looked Indiana way this past season. Since they had such a good season, he probably like, oh man, let me hit that U-turn. Let me go back home. So, what's your thoughts on Khalil Benson as a whole? Like he started off in the season like real amped up and hyped up, trying to get the team going, but as a year went out,
he kind of, I mean, well, that O-line coach is gone. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I don't know if that has anything to do with it. He seemed like they had a better showing this year, of course, than last year. The O-line really took a step up, but they still had some, just a lot of holes to fill, man. They got to get some beef on that line, man.
Yeah, they do.
His play particularly, I'm not real, to be honest with you, nothing really stood out. I think he, other than the young boy, the freshman, of course, Seaton, I think he was one of the pillars on the line. I just hope he ain't get swayed by thinking, because the Hoosiers, I mean, they had a great year, man. But that's the college football is. It's not gonna. We're not gonna see any more powerhouses like winning back-to-back championship. I don't think we're going to be seeing that anymore, like we have in the past, like with the Alabamas and Georgias and all that. I had to tell some of my SEC, friends who are fans of SEC teams, like I'm a Gamecock, you know what I'm saying? And I understand, like, bro, NIL changed things. The whole college football landscape. It's like NFL. You don't know who's going to win the Super Bowl. There's no guarantee. I mean, even with Kansas City, there's no guarantee.
Right.
Where college football is taken. So, I mean, hats off to him. He's from Mississippi, huh?
Yeah, he's from Mississippi. Yep. Mississippi. Yep.
Jackson State?
Huh?
Was he at Jackson State? He wasn't part of Jackson State.
No, he actually came to Colorado last year for the first year. He came over as a recruit from Indiana.
Okay.
Just originally from Mississippi.
Gotcha. So he transferred from Indiana
to Colorado. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now he's going back to.
He going back home.
It'd
be like that.
It'd be like that. They can do that now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, hey, hats off to him. Wishing the best of luck, man. I just don't think Indiana is gonna be what we saw this year.
He gonna have to come with it though if they are.
Yeah.
Like he didn't have the best year at Colorado, so him going back to his same school, he could have went back to the same school because of a guaranteed spot, whether it was just to be closer to home or something else that could have happened under the table at Colorado. You just never know.
I mean, Colorado just seemed like it got so much going on, man. It's really a scene there. You know what I'm saying? Like you're on the scene when you're in Colorado, and it's not a program that's built for that yet. Like I think they're still trying to find players who can manage all the social media attention more than any other really college school that we know right now. And this other program's got way more money than Colorado. They just don't do it like that.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
It's fun to watch. You know what I'm saying? It got us on the I won't front. I when Coach Prime went there, I was like on the hype train, man.
Yeah, I was too.
But yeah, when they, I just know that being a little old school, it's kind of, it's like you got to have some type of. It don't seem like it's enough discipline that we see, maybe, and I'm sure they see Coach Prime is real old school. So, man, you see a lot of these players leaving, and then you hear a lot of great things. So, who knows?
You got to be right. Next, we got a commit today that landed. Offensive tackle Zarian McGill. He's coming out of Louisiana Tech. I watched a little bit on him. He is a starter as well. He has the best out of all the linemen that we have currently on the team right now, and that we've even brought in this past year. He has the best run blocking grade out of all the linemen. So that's good to hear. We need that.
We need that. Had to run the ball.
Yeah, for sure. He's a center, so we also needed that. We needed somebody to come in and compete with Cash Cleveland as well. Hank Seleskas ended up hitting the portal. I don't know if you can hear that train. My bad.
Yeah, I hear. Where you at, bro?
I was a little next to a train. My bad. It always comes through around this time sometimes.
Right.
He be going out of here, but nah. I'm glad to see that we can land another offensive tackle. I'm curious to see who's going to be the next offensive line coach. I feel like it's pointing towards George. I always forget how to say his name. The big dude that be in the on the Colorado staff. George something. He's originally Himmerman, whatever his last name.
Yeah, he's been there since last season.
Yeah, correct. He he was an offensive line coach and a recruiter at IMG Academy. So for him to come in as the offensive line coach, I just feel like that'll make sense as a whole.
Yeah, they got. I mean, got to get you just got to get the weight up. They got to get their weight up, man, on that line.
Right.
We saw it Year's Day against BYU. That was it was like night and day, man.
Right.
And BYU, I know they're a Big 12 team as well, but there's levels to it, man, and they aren't there yet. Like I said, I think a little bit of the glitz and all that stuff gives a lot of some players pause, and then some players who may think they better than they actually are. You know what I'm saying? And they get there and then they find out, oh, this is too much. Like you giving us a lot of notoriety, or we get a lot of exposure, but man, I've heard that they practices, they really be trying to kill them boys, man. Like they old school for real. So Zarian McGill, so he was at Louisiana Tech.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to look at Center Cash. Cash did all right.
Yeah, Cash didn't do too bad this past season at all. I like Cash. Cash only going to get better too. You got to think about that.
Exactly. Yeah, I think his confidence is really up through the roof now.
And the route that Cash is going, I think Cash is kind of going to come with that. I'm here. I've been here.
Yeah.
I'm not letting nobody take my spot.
Yeah, my spot. So, that's what they need. You get that good competition.
It is what they need.
Sure. Nobody's just guaranteed to, entitled to some type of spot unless you was Travis Hunter or Shador.
Yeah, right.
But they gone now, so or Shiloh for some reason. I don't.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shiloh, man.
Yeah, shout out to Shiloh. Which leads me to my next point. So he was originally the center that Colorado brought in, Carter Miller. So he actually decommitted today. And I also found out that Phil Longhope actually brought him in as a recruit. So that could play a huge play in his decision of decommitting.
Yeah.
Now I'm also hearing that he didn't want to compete, but I don't want to throw that out there and just say that was just the case. But I mean,
man, that's what the portal has done.
Yeah,
I'm gonna jump in the portal.
But it's crazy. But when they make comments like these, it's kind of make me wonder. He said Coach Prime is a leader and a role model, and that's who I want to play for. So if he's saying that's who you want to play for, why did it matter if Phil Longhope left or not?
He ain't playing. Maybe he thought he wasn't gonna play. He wasn't playing. I want to play for him, but you get there, like I said, they make it a thing of where, and I hate to think that this is kind of the case too. Like they're looking for, we've heard Coach Prime say looking for smart, fast, tough, good character, all those things.
Right.
But at the same time, man, it's almost like you got to have a little bit of, like, you got to be some type of really a personality. Like they got to.
Oh yeah, true.
You know what I mean? It's like, bro, I'm here to just play football, man. Like I gotta beat somebody else out on personality or, you know what I'm saying, like image or something like that. Like, oh, if how many followers I got.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know, man. It just seemed like I still want to visit. I want to visit. We gotta get to a game, man, for sure.
Yeah, we do. If anybody here, is watching this live right now who plans on going to a game next season, just let us know. That way, if we do end up making some arrangements to come to a game, that I know some people out there as well.
Right. Yeah, I've been to Denver and Golden. The Golden's like a suburb area near Denver. Right. Been to a Nuggets game and the zoo out there in Denver. It's man, it's beautiful. Never been to Boulder though, so
yeah,
like you said,
Boulder's nice. So
man, anybody out there, man, shoot.
Yeah.
Invite.
Next we got offensive tackle William Boone, who was supposed to take a visit to Colorado January 3rd through the 5th, but I just found out today that that might not be the case, unfortunately. And he was a big boy.
6'7",
Pause.
340.
It says Prairie View A&M offensive tackle William Boone has signed with North Carolina per his agent. So I don't know if he's going to actually stick with North Carolina, because there's been some dudes that's committed to schools before they taking a visit, but they still take their visit and they end up flipping. So
that's true.
But Coach Belichick is once you commit there, it's kind of like,
7 rings, man.
Yeah. So
7 rings.
We ain't just competing with just any coach.
Right. You not, hey man, look, that's a strong pull. That's a big gravitational pull that he has from North Carolina, man. And because everybody's used to how he's been coaching so long, so everybody's used to kind of like his stick or how he is, whether that's really how he is, and from all accounts, what we've heard is that's really how he is, like how he is in the press conference. He's very kind of dry, straightforward, dry, clean, like there's no games, and he don't believe in all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I feel like when it comes to recruitment with him, I feel like he sits them down and he says either you want to commit and stay, or you need to go find somewhere else to go, because I'm not playing.
I ain't playing.
That's the type of person he is. I feel like Rom is like that too in a way, but not to an extent of how he is though.
No, he's got. I mean, let's just, as coaching goes, he's got a way deep. We talking about a Hall of Fame coach,
correct?
Still coaching and hasn't got the gold jacket yet, but he definitely is going to get it.
Right.
So somebody like that who you go in his office, or he, I don't know how much high school recruiting he's going to be on as far as like sitting in, kids' living room. He's not going to have to do that.
I don't think he's going to want to do that.
No, I don't think
Personality,
so. I can't see that happen.
I like Deion has changed the game when it comes to recruitment, as far as how he approaches it. How he just sends his recruitment out, and if he needs to call you on like a FaceTime, he'll do that. Mm-hmm. But I feel like the way recruitment should be now is either you should want to come to where your home is going to be. They should come to your home.
Right. So, it's pro style, man. It's look what it says. Boone has signed with North Carolina per his agent.
Right.
Agents now.
Right.
So it's pro style. It's just like, most NFL teams build their team. They draft, but most of these teams are built from free agency,
right?
Pieces together with draft picks, and that's just like how college football now is. It is now with the NIL and the portal and everything, man. So yeah, these coaches out here, you're just trying to see if you can get them to love the city. Because where is UNC? That's Chapel Hill. What's that, like Durham area?
It's not too far away from Raleigh, I don't think.
Right, that's like the Raleigh Durham area, I think. Yeah, that the Tobacco Road area.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hey man, look, it's not cold. I mean, it's not as cold.
Right. Yeah.
You don't have to deal with the elevation.
Yeah, that's a big thing that a lot of people forget about. Working out and that. Like, you've seen a lot of dudes, they come there and they play Colorado, and all of a sudden they all end up like they got cramps and hurt.
Yeah. Shoot, boy, it take a lot out of you.
It do.
I think, man. I think Belichick's gonna, bro. You think he's gonna build something? I mean,
I think he's going to build something, but slowly. I think Belichick is more so of a coach that's going to work with what he got.
Yeah, I see that too.
But it ain't going to be easy on him or the team at all. Like, they probably going to hate him for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's probably definitely going to hate him. I ain't going to lie to you, but it's hard to say as well. You never know what he's going to do in the second round of the portal as well when all the teams are finished.
That's true. That's true. It's like,
you know,
I think it's going to be between. I think North Carolina's going to have they might be up there in the tops of winning the transfer recruitment. Colorado's won it the last couple years since Prime has been there.
Yeah, I forgot where they're ranked right now. As far as how everything is going right now, but I know teams that are up there right now are Ole Miss, Texas A&M. They got the NIL money.
But Texas, man, they got some money down there.
And then Oregon got unlimited NIL as well. So.
Oh yeah, man, Nike just.
Yeah,
they won't.
Yeah, Oregon get.
Whatever won't. I don't care how bad they got beat by Ohio State. That's just
Yeah, Oregon.
Yeah.
Next we got, this is a corner I really was hoping that we was gonna get at Colorado. I like the way he played. He's a ball hawk, fast to the ball, real aggressive. And unfortunately it was down to us and Miami U, and we ended up losing that,
to Miami.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with this move, but I mean, best of luck to him. I'm not a real big fan of Miami U defense too much. But you never know, they could be working up or cooking up as well. Like, it's a lot of coaching changes and things of that nature going on as well. But he ended up committing to Miami U. I believe yesterday he ended up committing to Miami U. So, but shouts out to him,
Salute to him, man. Is he from Miami? Is he from the Florida area?
I don't know where he's from.
Okay.
Personally, I can look that up real quick. But
Ethan O'Connor.
Yeah, I watched this film. He's like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, also, I don't know if I haven't heard if Preston Hodge is going to stay or not.
Oh yeah. I mean, Hodge, man. He has some tough moments.
Right.
Okay, so O'Connor is coming from Washington State.
Yeah, so he's coming from Washington State, but originally he's from
California.
Yeah, California. Yep.
Okay.
So
yeah, he probably don't want that. I'm telling you, man. Sometimes Boulder, you seem like you kind of sequestered out there, man. That's what it seemed like. Like they made Coach Prime going there has made it a destination, but it's like Boulder.
Right. Yeah. What is out there?
Yeah, it's still a tough. You still gotta sell it, man. I mean, I don't know what the clubs look like around there or what the chicks on campus look like, but they better find them.
That's a factor too. Believe it or not.
Huh?
I said, that plays a factor too. Believe it or not.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you think when they get some of these tour guys to show these players around or the liaisons, that one chick for Colorado, I won't even front. I looked up her. I was trying to find her IG. I was like,
you talking about staffing?
Mama, huh?
Talking about the staffing?
Yeah, she part of like the recruiting staff or something. I was like, okay.
Yeah. So
who's this? Is that him?
You said who?
Is that O'Connor right there?
No, this is another dude I was going to talk about.
Okay.
This is Martavius French. He's a linebacker, 6'2", 225. He committed to Colorado today, so we got another linebacker coming in, along with Reginald Hughes and many other linebackers. He posted 80 tackles this past season, and 17 of those tackles were for a loss. So he has similar stats and stature to Nakai Hill-Green, and we know how he was last year, as well as Reginald Hughes as well. They all have similar stats. I'm starting to notice. And then we did land. I made a video on it the other day. We landed Caden Salter's little brother, who's also a linebacker, came from TCU as well. So you're getting the linebackers coming in. Whether or not they're actually going to do something, I don't know. I'm going to have faith in the recruiting staff that they're going to know what to do as far as the linebacker position. They did a pretty good job with Levante Bentley and Hill Green. So
Green left though, right? Because he wasn't even in the bowl game.
Yep. So Green ended up leaving, going to Alabama, which I found out it was because of NCAA rules. Is the reason why he left. He left because he had to.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, that sucks because we needed him in that bowl game, man.
Yeah, pretty much. At Colorado, they can't play as a grad at that school within a certain amount of years. So he ended up going to.
I forgot. I heard where I forgot what school it was.
We got a comment. What do you think about the cornerback Preston Young from JUCO that's in the portal? I actually got asked about him as well. Preston Young, he's pretty good. Like I mentioned to the person in the comments, he's also a ball hawk as well. I could also see him playing safety as well too. Not even just DB. I can see him also moving over to that safety spot as well, which I feel like will help out in that secondary. Just having that. His name is Preston Young.
Lewisburg College.
Yep, he's a JUCO prospect.
Hey man, there's some talent out there, man.
It is. You can't sleep on JUCO at all. Like you got to realize why some of these dudes went to JUCO. It's not always because they didn't have the
talent.
The talent. It could have been because of grades or because they got in trouble.
Like Cam.
Right. Yep. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's not the only player that's done that. I mean, so I haven't heard much about. I've heard the name, but I haven't heard much about Preston Young. So, shoot, I mean, he's getting in the portal, or he's in.
Yeah, he's actually in the portal right now. Somebody had asked me about that a couple of days ago. I want to say it was Rodney. I think that was you that asked me that question, if I'm not mistaken. But I had looked up a couple of his stats and some of his film. He's pretty solid. Somebody I feel like Colorado could potentially go after as well. So I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Next dude that we have that I still got a lot of questions about is Michael Hughes, whatever his name is. His first name is. I do know that he was down at 3 schools, which was Duke, Ole Miss, and Colorado. I haven't heard any word from him as to where he's going to go yet, but he's one of the top running backs in the portal right now, coming out of Tulane. He's a 1,000-yard rushing running back, somebody that I feel like we could potentially get and would need.
Yeah.
We just got to build that offensive line.
You got to get that offensive line together, and you have to. What running backs really? How are you swaying a running back if you're Colorado right now? Because you haven't ran the ball. So you're not going to be able to show them tape or whatever. You're going to have Pat Schumer really just lay it out like, hey, the door's gone. He pretty much ran the offense or whatever. We threw the ball a lot because it was his last, campaign for the NFL or whatever. But my offense is going to be such and such,
right?
Because I've heard Pat Schumer talk, like one of his last interviews when they were talking about after Shador and stuff. He was talking about the new Juju, of course, and then he was talking about running the ball. He was asked about that, and he said, "Yeah, we're going to have to, we're going to run the ball, and you're going to have to make that very clear to get." I mean, if I was a transferring running back or in the portal, Colorado wouldn't be on. It probably wouldn't be top for me,
right?
Unless I want notoriety, they would, they would have to convince me that hey, they're committed to a running game at some point,
right?
Because, bro,
yeah, I've been wondering the same thing. Like, if they get a running back, how are they selling it to them? Like, because me as a recruit, all I gotta say is, I haven't ran the ball effectively in 2 years. Why would I?
Right. Y'all haven't had a 100-yard rusher. Yeah. I think one game, I forgot who it was they played, but I mean, what are you doing? He had a bit of Oregon.
Yeah, Then I also seen this as well. He had a visit with Oregon this past week. I seen that before I got on live. Appreciate you, Rodney.
Yeah.
Will Oregon get in the mix? It get a little difficult. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, boys, hard to get them. Hey.
Yeah, we just talked about NIL money and opportunity. Oregon can run the ball.
And Oregon's just a like they got
so
forms, they got the stadium, they got it's they. I mean, you're gonna get publicity. You know what I'm saying? If you balling, so.
Yes, Trey Thomason. I made a video on him not too long ago, probably about 5 videos back. I like him a lot. If you ever get a chance to look him up, look up Trey Thomason. He's good. He's a little bit on the shorter end. I believe he's like 5'11", 207 or something like that. I like Trey Thomason. He's real good. I watch him do an interview. I watch a lot of his film. I don't believe he's originally from the States. I believe he's from like the UK, I believe, or Canada, one of those. But I like Trey Thomason a lot. I'm not sure if Colorado is looking this way, but he has similar stature to Preston Hodge. But I feel like he'll come in and he's aggressive and his skill set is real good.
Okay. Has he been? I don't know. I guess has Colorado been on the radar with him?
I don't know. If Colorado's been last time he did an interview, he said Colorado hasn't been on his radar just yet. As far as Colorado reaching out to him, he's wanting to go to Colorado, but I'm not sure if they reached out to him at all yet. But Trey Thomason is somebody Rodney, shouts out to you again. You hit that right in the nail. That's somebody I didn't want to bring up, so you kind of beat me to it.
Yeah, he's from Winnipeg. He's from Canada, right? So what?
Yep.
5'9", 180.
Yeah. So he's not that big, but
hey man, if
you got to see the way.
If he can, yeah, at cornerback, that's a bit tough, man. You get a lot of, even playing a slot receiver who may be smaller than a wideout. You expose, man, because a lot of these receivers, man, they big.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah. Hey, but clearly he's got some. I mean, for his name to be in the mix, man, he got some dog in him. So,
yeah, most definitely. Next up, I seen this post today. It says, should Colorado signee be ranked higher? So I'm noticing that a lot of players that commit to Colorado, they end up losing the star. That's been a talk for some time now. Obviously, we know Juju Lewis is really a 5-star. We ain't gonna,
Why is that?
I don't know why they do that. On 3 usually drops him a star sometimes when it comes to that. Only person who started and get dropped during that time is Jordan Seaton.
Oh, Jordan Seaton, okay.
So
why, man? Maybe they think because of development or something like I don't know, but Quentin Gibson.
Quentin Gibson is a dog. I watched him play in that UA All-American game. Similar playing style to LaJohntay Wester for sure. Got that speed, that breakaway speed. Shifty for sure. He played like he's 6'2", 5-star. That's how he plays. He don't even play 5'8".
5'8". Okay, so kind of like a Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's somebody else they can they compare him to. I feel like and I could be jumping the gun. I feel like he's gonna start.
Okay, man. If he can play, he can ball.
Yeah, he like that.
Yeah, it'd be like that because I mean, look at Steve Smith, man. Steve Smith Sr. As a Panthers fan, like he was, man. To me, he's just one of the best receivers, hands down, ever to play the game in NFL. But he was a dog like that in college too. So
right,
undersized as they say, whatever. But just if he got that dog in him, and he can be physical. Because that's what's really gonna, that's what's really gonna make the difference when you got a size difference on you like that. That's you got to have that physical style.
Right.
going.
What did Rodney say? Do you think we're going to go after wide receiver and Noah Thomas from Texas A&M? I don't know. I don't know if Colorado needs any more wide receivers.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I think they pretty much.
And if they do, I feel like it has to be that 1-star game-changing wide receiver. Like, I feel like they might wait to the second wave of the portal for that.
I mean, they got my man who's coming back off injury. He's gonna be back.
Miller.
Omar.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, man. Why I said this when I saw him play last year. He made some big plays in that one game. I forgot who they played, Oregon or one of the games they lost, but he still made some big plays. He's got the size and just like the hands, the way he caught some balls, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's really hopefully that he comes back 100%. He rehabs, fully. That's who I'm going to be looking to see play next season.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. Me too. He kind of bluffed us a little bit. I thought he was going to play. This is his last game.
The last game? Nah.
Yeah. He got me.
Play, Nah, it's probably good that he didn't, man. Go out there just for a loss and nah.
Somebody I want to keep an eye out on too for Colorado next season is Terrell Timmons. I think he's going to actually show up next season.
What position is Terrell?
Terrell Timmons, number 82 from Colorado.
Okay, yeah.
I like him. He's fast. I like the way he route runs. He's quick out of his breaks for sure. Mm-hmm. Terrell Timmons initially came from North Carolina State. He was a starter over there as well.
Okay. Yeah, now I know who you're talking about. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's man.
Yeah, I think he's gonna make some noise next year. That's just my personal opinion. He said he's not leaving either. So
they have the skill positions, man.
Oh yeah, that's not really much of a need.
No.
Really, I don't think they necessarily need quote unquote like another running back per se. I think they need a better offensive line.
Yeah, I think they have good running backs who we don't know that they did great because they didn't run the ball. You know what I mean? And the ones we saw run the ball, he was a freshman with 29. Webster.
You talking about Michael Welch? Yeah.
I mean, he ain't getting enough touches, man, because he was he was looking for contact, and I'm like, that's gonna run the ball enough or something.
He's a bruiser.
If you don't break that thing out to like a couple runs he had, I think we talked about this when I had you on the show, man. Like,
yeah,
bro. Like, I was just so frustrated watching. I was like, man, you could have broke that. Oh my gosh. But when you're not running the ball, when you don't make it a point to run the ball, like you're not getting that muscle memory. You're not getting those reps to really understand and really see that type of stuff like that. So,
right.
Yeah, like we've been saying, man, next year they're gonna have to run it, man.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a little bit more balanced next year with Shedeur.
Sure hope.
Like I mentioned on your show, a lot of the offense is based around Shedeur and Travis. So
absolutely, yeah. Now we're gonna see how they function with them leaving.
Next two players I wanted to bring up was Zachariah Branch and Zion Branch. They are both brothers coming out of USC. They ended up committing to Georgia today. This was somebody that was on a lot of Colorado fans' radar that we wanted to bring in, who I wish that we would have brought in. I just mentioned to you about that star wide receiver. I feel like that star wide receiver could have been Zachariah Branch. He ended up redshirting this past season at USC, but him and his brother both played at USC, but they ended up committing to Georgia instead. So, shouts out to them though. I do know that when they hit the portal, they got put on a no contact list, so they already knew they was going.
Oh wow! Okay, I'm mad at that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Georgia doesn't have that standout receiver right now. They got some talent.
Right.
Of course, because Georgia's like, come on. But yeah, so he get there and make a name for himself. Yeah, it would have been nice to get Zion in Colorado, especially with Shallow leaving. Shallow played free safety. Or
Yeah.
he played free safety.
Mm.
So yeah, it would be nice, man. But hey, shout out to them bros, man. Going to the same school. What's up?
Yep. His brother can ball too. Like I like the way his brother plays well. So
I
it's
mean,
not.
it's never you never know though. They committed right now.
Yeah, they can flip.
They can,
This is.
who's this player? I just saw about this player, man. Sorry to
Oh no, you good.
do this real quick. Say he's like transferred like 2 or 3 times, man. Who's this guy? Dang, I can't. I was just sent this earlier.
Is he a receiver?
He's a receiver, yeah. Man, that just
Let's see if I
about it.
know who you're talking about.
Uh, no, he's a QB. Rashada entering
Oh, you
Porter,
talking about from
Georgia.
yeah.
Yeah,
Rashad,
Jaden Rashada.
yeah. Jaden Rashada? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I said, dang.
Yeah, I don't know what school he has on his radar. There's a lot of schools that potentially might need a quarterback this season. Jalen Monroe is leaving.
They get deals like that, man. Look, this boy had a deal in Miami. He agreed in 2022, 4-year, 13.885 million. Oh, that was from Florida. He flipped from Miami to Florida for 13.85 million and signed with the Gators, but did not enroll in school after the NIL collective failed to make promised payments.
I've been hearing about that.
Wow.
I've been hearing about that.
See how they try to put the boy out there like
yeah.
Like he's flip flop. Nah, you ain't paying me what you said.
I've been hearing about that. There's some players that made a big fuss about that this past season. They ended up actually redshirting because they wasn't getting paid the amount promised to them when they committed. Yep.
That money that money, boy.
Yeah, that's
Woo, money makes a man.
That's crazy.
Wow. That's wow. I wonder how much Travis did we ever find out what Travis Hunter NIL was?
No, I can tell you right now though.
I know they said it was dumb, but they said he never like publicized or whatever. I guess they can't make it public like, or they don't have to like in the NFL. Those deals are all public for the most part.
His NIL has a value of $5.2 million.
Okay.
I do know that he hasn't touched any of it, and I do know that he's been living off of like endorsements.
Mm-hmm.
And I do know that him and Shador both are supposed to be giving back to the NIL funding for Colorado.
I heard that, yeah, for other years, yeah,
which is good, which is decent.
I mean, yeah, man. If you know, that's admirable, man. That's admirable for real.
I hate that they would even have to do that. Like, I don't know. I don't know how much NIL Colorado really has.
Me neither.
Now, I know they ain't on no Oregon or Texas A&M level or Georgia level.
Nah, it ain't there yet. It ain't even on Florida State level.
Yeah, nah. So,
I mean, but you got to understand, those football programs have been consistently having cash, influx of cash for decades, because they've been programs that have been, Colorado has been, again, I wasn't even thinking about Colorado football prior to Coach Prime. I was like, when he announced it, I was like, Colorado? Like, oh, okay. And I had to go and see who all players actually went there. Of course, rest in peace, Rashawn Salam, the Heisman winner, Michael Westbrook, and Cordell Stewart. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, bruh. So they're just getting, their money right, and they're gonna have to win some games, man.
Yeah, A lot of games.
Yeah.
On a consistent basis.
Huh?
On a consistent basis.
On a consistent,
I
exactly.
hate when we have bye weeks.
What in college football? It's stupid. I mean, but like I said, it's getting more and more like the pros. So
Right.
oh, this their schedule?
This is their schedule. So
Damn,
these are all the home games and these are all the away games. Yeah. So some games I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm looking forward to seeing that Arizona State game.
Yes, indeed.
I'm looking forward to seeing that rematch against BYU. I don't know how they're going to there. Believe it or not, well, actually,
Kansas State.
Yeah, Kansas State, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is actually their first game.
Oh, really? At home?
So they're breaking the season with Georgia Tech, and I'm sure TCU is going to come back with a bang.
Yeah, I think CTU. Oh, man, Iowa State, West Virginia, Houston. Those should be wins. Arizona beat them. Well, they lost to Arizona.
Past season.
Yeah, this past season. Remember that was the game they needed to win. Was that Arizona?
Yeah. No. You talking about Kansas?
Kansas. You right.
Yep.
You're right. They beat Arizona. My bad.
Yeah. Kansas. Yeah, I wish they was playing them again, but
Yeah, they let Kansas beat them.
Iowa State.
Iowa State, man. Look, here's the thing. You don't know because of the portal, bro. Like, so it's like even looking at a team like Delaware, you're like, oh, that's okay. You can count that as
don't sleep on Delaware.
Right, exactly.
They actually
mess around and be on ESPN.
Right.
Saying upset.
Right.
Houston, they didn't put out the preseason rankings yet, though, did they? No, they ain't done that yet. Okay. Well, the final games aren't done. So, but man, I mean, what do you think? What are you looking at record wise out of this?
10-2 at the least.
Okay. Who's they two?
Arizona State's still gonna be a good team next year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They're losing Cam Scatterbull. I don't know if Chimam Taylor, the original tight end that we brought in originally, I don't know if he's going to be there next season. But we're losing. But they're losing him. I do believe. Georgia Tech.
I think Georgia Tech too, man. I think
Georgia Tech. And
you got to think about it. They just took Georgia to eight OTs.
Right.
They beat Miami. When Miami was like, potentially supposed to be one of the better teams this season, but ended up, of course, not being. Man, yeah, Georgia Tech. I think that's a L right there, bro.
Yeah, they
based on what we've seen.
Yeah, based on
Colorado.
Based on what we've seen from Colorado in their track history, Georgia Tech, it might be an L, and Arizona State is still going to be a good program because they're getting better and better each year. I don't know how BYU is going to look next year. I don't.
Yeah, me neither.
TCU can't sleep on them either. Overall, they're a good program, but I don't know.
Kansas State, you can't sleep on them because, I mean, you still got the running back from Colorado who
Dylan Edwards.
And he's
their quarterback left though.
Oh, he did? He
left.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're gonna be dealing with somebody else at the helm. We're gonna be dealing with somebody else at the helm. I'm trying to see what defenses I think Utah had a pretty decent defense, right? I think it was just offense that sucked.
Yeah, they did. A lot of their players were out, along with Arizona as well. A lot of their starting players was out. I know they were hurt. Like Utah was on like their a million string quarterback.
Yeah,
when they played them. So, I don't know. And they haven't been cooking really much in the portal. So I don't know who they're getting from Utah. And then I believe also their coach is leaving as well.
Okay.
That was his last season. He's out, supposed to be leaving. At least that's what I heard last.
Yeah.
Leaving, retiring. So everything could be, changed up and switched up.
Oh yeah. Nah, for sure.
Nah, definitely gonna be an interesting season. I hope Colorado makes a good, the best decisions for them, and I hope the recruitment really come with something. I still feel like we could use a little bit more dogs on the defensive line. I will still go after linebackers, and I will go after game changing tight end. Wide receiver, probably one more, and maybe one more running back.
Tight end, man. Last season, the tight end they had, man, he made some plays, man.
Savion Smalls?
No, the dude, tall dude with Harrison or something like that. Harris.
Oh yeah, Michael Harrison.
Yeah. See,
yeah.
It's stuff like that. And like
he ended up going to San Diego State with Sean Lewis.
Sean Lewis. Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, their team was a fluke.
I'm about to say how they look this year.
They didn't look good at all. Nah.
Hey man, Sean Lewis went there. Hey, now you see, you just taking over the program, thinking it's gonna be
My guy ain't had no more hair to sweat out. He was stressing for sure. He had the same look he had at Colorado, if not worse.
Oh my gosh.
San Diego State did not look good this past season at all whatsoever. So
hey man, what do you real quick? Throw your if I can.
Yeah, you good.
What you think Vic and Jackson gonna do with these schools, man? I mean, first of all, I'm excited for them.
Yeah, me too.
But what Vic is at Norfolk State, got Deshaun Jackson at Delaware State. You from up that way, so I've never seen Delaware State player. Have you ever? What'd you say?
It's definitely a party school. I can tell you that.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I heard it's one of them HBCUs. Like you go there, like it's like the FAMU of the North.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is. So actually, looks like. Well, I know for sure, Deshaun Jackson has landed a few commits, top-notch, commits. He landed a 4-star wide receiver. And Vic has landed a couple players too, as well as commits. I have to do a video on them as well.
Okay. They should be able to get some JUCO talent.
Yeah, I think actually a lot of dudes are coming from D2 programs and also Division I programs. I do know that I think Deshaun Jackson just landed a commit from UConn. I believe he's a receiver or a DB, one of those. But they got some talent coming in. I feel like if Vic and Deshaun Jackson don't land a lot of commits this year, I feel like next year is going to be it because a lot of people are going to be turning their heads looking like, okay.
Yeah.
Really going.
Yeah, like it's a thing.
Yeah, let me give him a chance.
Yeah, they want to see rather than that's what most people are inclined to do though.
Right.
To see, okay, well, I could go play there or whatever, but let me just see how they do first or whatever. That's why I big up Travis Hunter for doing what he did by going to Jackson State.
Right.
They didn't win the SWAC when he went there. They hadn't won it prior to him getting there. So I hope, man, look, I think Vic is I heard somebody say, well, he doesn't seem like he has like a coach's presence or whatever. I'm like, bro,
what?
You're seeing somebody who is on a TV and you're judging the way he could coach by that.
Right.
That's not the way to do that. You know what I mean? we all know you played organized sports before.
Right.
I have um and one thing I do know is these coaches, man, they just kind of like us. They kind of like athletes when you find the media. It's kind of one way, like Steph Curry. That I've heard stories like they say Steph Curry be cussing like
He do. Yo, I heard him mic'd up one time.
yeah. Russell Wilson.
Who that? Yeah. No, yeah.
So I'm sitting there watching. I I like purposely watched the what's the joint on HBO? Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks, yeah.
The season with them with the Steelers, the NFC North. I mean
Right.
the NFC North. And I'm like, okay, let me just see how they get anything on Wilson or whatever. Like, let me see how he is with the hey, yeah, come on, guys, get your ass in there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that's, but that's what you know. So, I mean, people saying that's like, what are you? He's not coaching on TV.
Right.
He's going to do what, clearly he has the chops.
Right.
Or the ability or the potential to be able to go ahead and do it, man. I wish him and Deshaun Jackson, oh, man, I can't wait to see it, man.
People have to, and what I hope doesn't happen when it comes to Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson. So, they both have passed.
Yep.
Okay, Deshaun Jackson, they affiliate with him with the gang activity.
Yeah.
Then they also affiliate Vic with the dog fighting in prison.
Yeah.
They black too. I mean, we gotta be honest in today's society.
Right.
I hope they don't try to pull them in their program down like how they did Dion.
Right.
In a sense.
Well, being at the HBCUs, it should be like, it's funny because it's like, oh, now y'all really didn't pay us no attention before.
Right.
Like, game day came to Jackson State. That was the first time they had ever been at a HBCU.
Right.
And that was because of Coach Prime.
Right.
Now it's got eyes on it, and now it's like the ones who do have that negative stuff to say is like, what you didn't care before? Like, who? Right. You know what I'm saying? So what is the problem with this man having this opportunity? First of all, with Vic, bro, he served time, man.
Right.
If you look at the whole case, he never killed animals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He had to, because he was basically took responsibility for it all being done on his watch, or his property and all that, and him knowing about it. He took the rap. And I'm gonna tell you, man, it's Deshaun Jackson. Look, so what's that? Who's that? Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
You've heard. I mean, they've had the same type of stuff about him.
Yep.
Like shootouts and everything.
I'm trying to tell you. They go digging for your history too.
They will. So it's like, bro, like, especially black coaches, it's like, what makes you so I think they know that clearly the schools, they have to know that, you know what I mean? And I hope the only way to shut them up or shut people up is success, man. Because people gonna talk. Whether they successful, they're gonna have something to say. Whether you lose every game, they're gonna have something to say. So you might as well go out there and try to be at least you successful, and they talking trash. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a life lesson too. Like whether you on top or you scraping the bottom, people gonna talk about you regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Actions speak louder than words, though. So
absolutely. And the best revenge is success, man.
Success. Yeah.
That's it. So, yeah, they definitely gonna get this. I mean, it's already started. It already started with Vic. The social media and the internet, they couldn't wait. You got that part of the internet, and a lot of it's crazy. It's like a lot of HBCU supporters, they were saying stuff. Like I saw some guys like, we could have found a better candidate than Vic. I mean, to represent. So I'm like, bro, who? Who else want to do that job?
I'm about to say it. They're starting already. Yeah.
Yeah, like who?
That's his hometown too. He's giving back to his hometown.
Yeah, that's his hometown, man. It's like, and then if he start winning and he gets another opportunity, then you're gonna talk about him again.
Yep.
Like Dion. So it's like, man, you worry about folk. It's crazy. So
Yep.
I wish him the best, man.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I'll be tuned in, with them as well. So I'm not sure how many games are going to be actually televised, but
I know that's shoot. I mean, y'all gone. That's the thing. Do they even have a HBCU football network or something like that? I thought they.
Yeah, they do. It'd be like these odd channels though. You gotta really find it.
Yeah,
you gotta really find it.
It could be on the globe.
You gotta just be so happy just to be clicking.
Right. You like, oh, shoot.
But you never know. They could get some more, potential televised games since of their name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got ads now. You got people who
so
advertise during it. That's what it's about, man. At the end of the day, hopefully, I haven't heard the management being bad like how it was at Jackson, Mississippi. I mean, State, bro. People don't even understand how Coach Prime really kept them from exposing them.
Yeah,
I mean, having office robbed, having mismanagement of funds, like you what are you?
Like, even when even the conditions of the
locker rooms,
and the cafeterias and the dorms.
It's like
it wasn't good.
It was bad, man. Subpar. And then you got Brett Favre up there siphoning money from the look. Don't even get me started, bro. I went on the 10.
One dude I did forget to mention is a dude that's on my thumbnail. The dude that's in the middle.
Okay.
He's supposed to be hitting the portal. He's a starting offensive tackle from Alabama. That's Elijah Pritchett.
Okay. Okay.
I've been hearing some word that he could be looking Colorado's way, and then he ain't no small dude at all.
Man,
This is I don't know if y'all can see this. I forgot to put him in my
Sheesh.
in my hair. So
and you on that tired offensive line, you already know.
So
did he play in the recent bowl?
Yeah, I think he did. I don't think he missed a game this season, if I'm not mistaken. But he's a big guy. He's a starter. So if he came in, I have no doubt in my mind that he'll come in and start
producing for sure.
When Jaheim Otis, our defensive tackle that came in and committed, he's been trying to recruit, I heard. So if he can get some of his boys from Bama to come through, that'll be A1.
Because look, Bama is you got a little headway in there now with them taking kind of a decline.
Right.
I mean, it's still Alabama. So,
it is.
They got the money. It's just the thing that if you can find players who want to come there and actually win instead of, really just focused on the money or whatever. That's the only thing that I think that has really kind of changed. So you never know. But hopefully, man, if we could pull a guy like my man, it's that ain't gonna do nothing but make people hate Colorado more, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's not this. Yeah, I know. It's not the same without Saban there. Now, not to discredit Kalen DeBoer, the coach at Alabama right now, but once they start coming, like you said, watch.
Yeah, man, watch. I mean, hell, we seen it with Georgia. Like Georgia, they the quarterback went down back, but their defense had been suspect all season.
Yeah, true.
All season. I mean, you let Georgia Tech take you to 8 OTs. You let shoot. I sure wish the Gamecocks would have played them because I know we could have beat them this year.
Right.
I definitely believe we would have been able to beat them. Ole Miss dogged them. So it's the tide is kind of like, what I mean? It's changing, man. not no pun intended, not talking about the actual Alabama tie, but just like the things are changing, bro.
Right.
The OL.
Oh snap!
Oh,
Yo, Rodney been coming through for me. This podcast. This is another dude that I heard could potentially be on Colorado radar.
okay. Man.
Yeah. I forgot his last name, but yeah, he just hit the portal today from USC. He another big dude.
And he's from Colorado.
Yep. He I heard he looked at Colorado's way last year, but he didn't go through with anything. I seen that today. Dang, I've got to put this inside the slideshow. But
that'd be dope because they need some. I mean, I've wondered that. Like, what's their hometown talent? Like, what's the
so
round?
There's a dude that trains a lot of the talent. His name is Matt McChesney. I'm sure many of y'all that's viewing this probably heard of him. His name is Matt McChesney. Matt McChesney. He used to play for Colorado. He's a Colorado alumni. Also played in the NFL for the Denver Broncos as well.
Okay.
Matt McChesney trains a lot of these dudes. So he's also low-key helping out with recruitment as well. So he trains a lot of the offensive linemen. That's what he specializes in defensive linemen.
Yeah.
It was a dude that I thought was going to come to Colorado. His name was Joshua Bates. He ended up committing elsewhere. He would have been a fire center for Colorado as well. But I feel like Colorado is starting to look more so within. Colorado has a lot of good linemen that's low key. You got to really, really pay attention. Like Colorado got some talent.
Yeah. No, they do. They just, you know, I said this before. Like they got the talent. They just gotta. They're still building the program, man. They still getting a system in place. And this turnover at coaching and stuff after every season, I know you probably get that at a lot of the big schools anyway.
Right.
But it just everything is so amplified at their school at Colorado right now. Once they start winning, and people will be like, that's just what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the flashy school or the flashy players or something like that or whatever, but they win. And then it'll just be whatever it is.
Right.
But they're not there yet. We're in the still like almost like the seedling stage, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, the overhaul is still in place. But they got talent. They have some talent, man. They just gotta put it together. They gotta get some more beef. That Emmanuel, I hope he gets on a good old line coach for real. Who? Oh, I hope he gets an O-line coach job.
Yeah, I think he will. I had Rodney. I had mentioned in the beginning of this live. I feel like George. I always forgot to say his last name. Herman, whatever his last name is. You know, I'm talking about the coach that came from IMG, the big dude. I feel like he could be a potential coach for Colorado. Now, Deion likes to go for ex-NFL players or ex-NFL coaches. So, or coaches that has previous, history of, being successful at that coaching position. But I feel like that's not going to be revealed to anybody until like the second round of the portal, maybe.
Okay.
Now, the players might know when they come take their visits. They might know who the offensive line coach is going to be. Because if I'm coming in as a player on the offensive line, for example, my question to Colorado is going to be who's going to be my coach? Because that matters. Like, who am I going to be developed by for the next 2 to 4 years?
Exactly. Yeah. Who you got?
Right. So.
And are they establishing something that's staying like with Coach? What's the O-line coach that just left?
Phil Longholt.
Yeah. Did he establish something that they're keeping, certain things that they're keeping in play, or is it you getting another O-line coach with a whole different philosophy of how he wants to do the line? So but then if they're running the ball more, you have that. I think that hurt the line, that hurts the offensive line because pass protection, you're not really you're not playing to your strengths as an offensive lineman.
Right.
You're not pancaking nobody on the pass protection.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like maybe a shovel pass or something like that. You can really blow off the ball and blow the defender off the ball or whatever. But running, that's hey man, get them hogs going, man. Get some dust going at that line, bro, and see mano a mano. You know what I mean? And that's when you can really work on like your leverage and pushing, so that way, you know, that gets you going, man. That's
Right.
what boys need.
Right.
So hopefully that's instituted more. Like I said, I think it's based, their offense is got to look different. It's going to have to look different, and that's what's going to really determine how good and how bad the O-line really looks next season.
So overall, do you feel like Colorado's gonna look better than this past season? Next year, going into the next season?
I think I need to see how they finish up the, recruiting.
Yeah.
But I'm hopeful that I have like not blind hope, but I have like some, from what I've seen. Now that bad showing, that bowl game, they got to throw that away. They gotta burn that. They can't let no recruit see that shit, because that's terrible recruitment video.
Yeah, if I was a recruit at the game watching this, I'd
I
be
was like, what is this?
Hold up.
I'm like, where that old girl, where the girl at who was showing me around, man? Let me holler at her.
Yeah, let me
I'm on my phone to some of these other schools. What's going on? Because, bruh, like, losing is fine, but you got like this? Come on, man.
Right.
I think it hurt, like I said before, I think it hurt Shador's draft stock too. I think it's gonna hurt his draft stock. I've been seeing some things that they're saying he's kind of like trying to do damage control or whatever.
Yeah, I've been seeing that too. Yep.
Yeah, you got to, because you went out there and you wet the bed, bro. Like you stunk it up the place. And you look bad. You look like you didn't know how to check down. Just check down, throw it away. You're doing the ball. You're not gonna do that in the NFL, man. They're gonna chase you down and throw you to the ground.
Yeah, Shador is gonna have to end. I love Shador overall, but Shador gonna have to get a little bit faster too when he get into the league, because those defensive linemen in the league, they different. They coming
slow,
like full speed.
Yeah, and he's slow.
I mentioned so
he tried that whole little giddy up where he be trying to get out. Like, man, somebody coming. They cannot wait. They didn't really practice for the run game. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I agree, bro. That changes the O-line. You see the Bamas, you see the Georgias. You had Todd Gurley. You had even who this year, but not I forgot the boy's name. Bieniemy or whatever his name is.
From Georgia.
Yeah, from Georgia. Yeah. Chubb and all them. And at Bama, you had the big boys who ran football. I mean, Colorado going to have to run the ball, man. They do. In the Big Ten, and they think maybe it's a throwing league or whatever. Hey, switch it up.
Yeah. Not only run the ball, but actually block for them too. Hold their blocks.
Look at Arizona State. That's what my man. He was a ball. I mean, he ran Scatterboo.
Yeah, Scatterboo. Yeah, Scatterboo like that.
He like that, bro. And he should have got more flowers this year. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
it's all good. He had an Arizona State school, so there's a lot of other names out there being thrown around. But it depends on the O-line coach, but also the O-line coach is only coaching, to their scheme.
Right.
Why would I be honing in 30 minutes of practice, 45 minutes of practice on running schemes or run blocking, and we about to throw the ball 60 times?
Right.
That don't make sense.
Nope, not at all.
So, hey, Yeah, I think. What do you think about Colorado? So to answer your question, I think right now I have them as playing. If I gave them a N grade of B minus for this season,
Yeah.
I have them at B plus for next year. Just right now, just that they'll get a little better, but they won't get too worse. You know, they still gonna be kind of middle of the road. Maybe 8, 9 wins. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
we ain't seen all the recruiting. You know what I mean? And see who's really gonna show up spring.
What they say? The new QBs have a better understanding of getting rid of the ball and not dropping back 15 yards to pass the ball. Yeah, that's true. I like Juju, and I also like Caden Salter. Now, who's going to start? I don't know. If it made sense of who was going to start this season, this upcoming season, I would start Caden Salter and have Juju sit and learn for a little bit. You know, just get the plays and all that under his belt. Now, it might not go like that. Now, however, a quarterback like Caden Salter and them not going to just hold the ball. Caden Salter is going to roll out and scramble.
Right.
That's the type of player he is. He's fast too. He's fast as lightning.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why I feel like our offense is going to look a little bit different this upcoming season as well.
Yeah, because a lot of those stuff was on the line or being put on the line, but it really wasn't their fault, man. A lot of them times, man. How
right.
they weren't first. It was the first season before Seaton got there. Like you got a quarterback who scrambled like CMO just said, like, bro, you dropping back 50 yards like you were Madden.
Right.
Thinking you can do all this run around and you have an offensive line that's subpar.
Right.
Hold blocks and all that, and you look and you taking sacks, and the sacks aren't on the offensive line. They were on Shador. A lot of the sacks were on him. So yeah, I think you do have quarterbacks who are going to get rid of the ball, quarterbacks who are faster than Shador, who they didn't put no spy on Shador.
Right.
You ain't had to, like adequate no spy for Shador Sanders to run like that. Like, man, please.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if you got some boy with some wheels back there, it's gonna change some stuff. So yeah. But like I said, man, I think they're gonna be around B plus next year. Just that's my prediction like right now.
Okay. Yeah. And if anybody else that's in this live have a prediction on where they think record-wise Colorado's going to be next year, just feel free to drop inside the chat as well as any players that you feel like we should tune into as well. But to answer your question too, some things I feel like Colorado's going to need to do next year. We got to get stronger as a team for sure. I do know that our head strength and conditioning coach, I heard that he's left Colorado as well.
Wow, no.
There's going to be some changes to that as well. So
talking about the man with the
I forgot to pronounce his name.
I forgot his name too.
Not Coach Mo, if you think the coach.
Okay.
No. Shador is one-dimensional. Yeah.
I mean, he was, man.
Yeah.
I know he ran the ball, but he didn't. He's not a running quarterback.
No, not at all.
Now I get, and I'm not taking nothing away from Shador. On the college level, he took a lot of hits and got back up. He took an A plus, I think.
It'll be the Arizona State, so I give him the A plus.
I don't know about that yet.
I don't know just yet.
Yeah, Shador showed me a lot of toughness, though, man. I mean, all the hits he took,
right,
on the first season and then this season, a lot of them due to his own just, trying to do too much and making certain things. Some of them it turned out good. You know what I'm saying? He made plays. He was able to make a play when you got somebody like Travis Hunter. I mean, you got so many weapons.
We need to get faster too, though.
Yeah, he got to get fast. Oh yeah, we got to
We
get.
need more speed. That's something that they harped on in one of their meetings as well. They said they got to get a little bit faster overall as a team. I don't know if they need to work on some type of speed training this season or whatever.
That's why I was like, man, when Dylan left, I was like, dang, bro.
Yeah, I know. They said we need King Mack. Oh, you talking about the safety from Penn State? Yeah, I like him. I do know that we have some decent safeties. Like we have Makari Vickers and Tavion Riley's still there, and RJ. I don't know how that room is going to look. Oh yeah, and we also got Tawfiq Byard as well.
Who's that who played in when Shallow was out?
Oh yeah, Carter Steinmeier.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's
good,
he's
good. I don't know what he was doing this bowl game, but
I don't know either. But they should have.
Yeah. Carter Steinmeier can play DB as well, so I like having safety or a corner that can play either both sides of the ball or cornerback and safety as well. I feel like they should learn both sides. They just understand, the game better and the scheme of things.
Yeah, and that way you can be using you can come in a nickel, you know what I'm saying, in a nickel package or something like that. Even if you're not playing, regular straight corner, like you can come in a nickel and help. It's only it don't do nothing but help you to be able to learn those positions.
Right.
Bruh, I'm gonna have to say goodnight, man.
Yeah, me too, man. We've been on here for quite some time, but I appreciate you for joining us.
No, I appreciate you, man. I love what you're doing, bro. You gotta this is awesome, man. Michael Harrison, yeah, we just talked about him, right?
Yeah, we just talked about we just did. Yeah.
Talked about him, man. Man, but he went to San Diego.
He went to San Diego with the Aztecs, so yeah. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate you for hopping on.
Anytime.
If anybody else ever want to hop on that's in this live at some point, just feel free to let me know. I'm a cool guy. I always say that. If you have anybody else that y'all want us to follow or keep an eye on out for Colorado or just college football in general, just feel free to let me know as well. Also, subscribe. Is that your channel link to this as well?
Mine?
Yeah, it looked like you had a YouTube link to this.
I didn't mean to. I think that's my personal YouTube for some reason. They were asking me so many questions. I'm kind of old, but I ain't really know. But my link is for it's the Use Your Words podcast on YouTube and on Facebook. Monday night, our Monday live stream Monday, which we'll be doing one tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, Use Your Words.
Right. We'll make sure we'll be tuned into that, and I appreciate that, Didi.
Yeah.
And my next live will probably be tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Put your post notifications on. We'll both hop on here. I'm not exactly sure yet, but I'll make sure I'll keep everybody posted. And like I said, if anybody else that's viewed into this wants to join as well, by all means, I don't mind at all. I'm a cool dude, so.
Yeah, but you got it, man. You got it.
That's all I got, man.
I appreciate you, man. It's been dope, man. Y'all stay tuned. He got a lot of information, man. He doing this thing, man. Appreciate you having me on, fam.
Oh yeah, no problem. Y'all